Good afternoon, everybody, and great to have you in here. What's up? What a privilege to be here with you all today. Just a quick correction on the intro. It's King Abdullah University for Science and Technology, and we're really happy to be here with all of you. Let's see if I got my slides in here today. So, what we wanted to do today is we really wanted to brief you about our leap of faith in terms of building a sustainable future. But before we do that, I would like to ask the audience with us today about one key question. What can you do in 30 days? And I want you to think about it. Maybe if you want to kind of put some notes into it, we'll be happy to do so. What about a year? What can you really accomplish in 1 year? What about 1,000 days? What can you accomplish in that period of time? So we'll share with you our side of the story and what we have done in 1,000 days, which is the construction and design and development of King Abdullah University of Science and Technology. What you see in front of you is an aerial view using satellites over time lapse in order to show the progress on building that kind of institution. And it was a dream to build a university that is leading in terms of science and technology and research at the shores of the Red Sea. And at the same time, we wanted to hit the ground running by, after inauguration, we wanted to kick off with academic curriculum, recruiting top-tier faculty members, and hiring or getting students on board from all over the globe. In addition to the infrastructure and the landscape and all the activities that we really wanted to do to get an academic year started. That has been really an accomplished task in a very challenging way for the founding team. And of course, over the past 10 years, KAUST has managed to build a leading-edge institution in science and technology that is really kind of great in terms of the impact that it's creating. And we're really proud to say that we're kind of leading on that kind of front in science and technology. KAUST really focuses on 4 key research thrusts that is focused around water, food, energy, and environment. And recently, our president added 2 additional research thrusts. One is digital, that is focused around AI, machine learning, and cybersecurity. And we hired like world-renowned faculty members leading those kind of initiatives. At the same time, health tech has been introduced as a key area that is focused on computational bioscience and leveraging the bioscience and engineering division we do have at KAUST. And we're proudly to mention that in less than, in almost a decade, we managed to be ranked #1 in terms of citation per faculty member. This is just an important KPI for us to measure the impact and the quality of the research outcomes that are coming out from the research labs and the remarkable faculty members who are really keen not only to publish in high-ranking journals, but more importantly, to take their research and put it into use. And we'll share with you 3 stories that is addressing real global challenges that you're trying to tackle in KAUST. So one of those challenges, Professor Mani Sarathi is one of the remarkable faculty members who is leading collaboration with McLaren Formula One racing cars, developing clean combustion or high-performance engines in order to help them with their performance in those kind of categories. This is, of course, foundation that would eventually cascade to the day-to-day use vehicles that we use today, and this is how we push the frontier of technologies moving forward. Another example, Professor Bill Roberts is working on carbon capture, and this is one big area that KAUST is really focusing on. Carbon capture, of course, is damaging the environment that we live in, and we need to act upon it. So what you see in front of you in here is an industrial scale pilot that we're deploying with different industrial partners to capture the carbon that is emission by those kind of, let's say, facilities in order to help kind of reactivate and capture the, let's say, the environmental footprint that we're leaving with the industrial actions we're taking. And of course, the industrial or the carbon kind of disposal into the environment is going to go all the way to the marine life and its impact. And one of the global phenomena that is happening today is coral reef depletion that is threatening and jeopardizing the fundamental of marine life in our precious resources that are the oceans. So one of the big projects that Professor Carlos Duarte is leading is to build the largest restoration activity of coral reef restoration in partnership with NEOM at Shusha Island. And the key goal of this is that to deploy that technology at 100-hectare space and help in contributing to restore those kind of reefs that is not only happening in the Red Sea, but across the globe. So it's not only the faculty members that are really remarkable when we're dealing with, but also there are really great kind of factors that we are working with who are the students and the wider community of innovators and entrepreneurs that we deal with at different platforms. Our president usually says, entrepreneurship is the new math. It's a fundamental knowledge that we need to equip the youth with in order to take those opportunities and make a change wherever they go, whether in corporate career path or whether in academic endeavor or a nonprofit organization or academic endeavor or building their own new venture. So this is really essential and close to our heart, and it's embedded into the DNA of the university. So, and we plant the seed too early with the students to complement their technical knowledge with the entrepreneurial know-how and mindset so they can go out there and make a change wherever they go. So we provide them with a really wide array of offering as elective courses across the year to invest into those kind of activities as they move forward into the market. And of course, we wanted to really share this with others, and we really wanted to share the curriculum that we have developed over the past 2 years with the wider community across the region. So basically, what we have been working on over the past 2 years is developing a digital version of the interactive course that we run into the class into a very dynamic and engaging environment in the digital space. We know that we were embarking on a very challenging task, and we're competing with the massive digital content that is out there. So I really wanted to make it as interactive and entertaining as possible. And what you see in front of you is a trailer for the course featuring the instructors across the different modules that they're leading that is really helping the innovators to complement and get the fundamental knowledge around entrepreneurship and innovation and deploy it wherever they are. And here is what happened. We were targeting 10,000 learners to join us, and we were really positively overwhelmed with more than 71 learners from across the region that are really subscribed to the course. This is the first online course in Arabic language that was published on edX. It was off the charts on edX platform in terms of the engagement completion rate. We had 43% female participation that we're really happy with. 55% of the participants, they were in the age groups between 24 to 40, and they were professionals in different environments and in different kind of sectors within the country. 80% of the participants, they were from Saudi Arabia, and that was the initial launch that we placed in July 4th, 2021. But the rest of the percentages were coming out from 78 countries across the globe. We were really positively overwhelmed with the feedback and the consumption that we created out of the different areas. 41 organizations across the country that they were really engaged into it. And last week, we have just launched our second run, and we're really looking forward to expand this around the MENA region, explore it even further for the wider audience. So the pandemic was not easy on a lot of different industries, and we realized that. But what happened in 2020 and over the past 18 months, it was really prime time for entrepreneurship and innovation. And we believed in the impact and also the opportunity that was there. And what we've seen, remarkable founders who really stood up to the challenge, and they saw those cracks happening in different industries, and they just responded to it to capture those opportunities. And those are prime time for entrepreneurial activities. This is what the recent history is telling us in 2007 and 2008, where we have seen new economies been formed out of the financial credit crunch. And even the extended history showing a lot of, let's say, evidence of a growth into entrepreneurial activities during those kind of precious times or pressure times that are happening on a global scale. So what we have done, we doubled down in terms of the investment we're taking, on the intake that we're taking in our programs. تقدم is our flagship program as an accelerator that industry connected and mentor-led over a period of 6 months. And we really grown into that area. We really wanted to maximize the reach. And we opened to international founders where we can soft land them into the country. It's been a great engagement with the different players, and we are really keen and excited to see the results that are going to come out of it. And actually, our showcase for the upcoming cohort is coming on March 9th and 10th, and we will be happy to have you join us, whether virtually or in person. We'll be happy to get that and that. Here is the kind of the QR code if you wanted to join and sign up and subscribe for it. So you will see the pipeline that is coming out of the deep tech environment and the startup, the amazing and remarkable founders that we're dealing with. There is a lot of stories we would love to share with you, but I'm sure we have limited time here with you on stage. So what I really wanted to do, we really wanted to share 2 key stories for remarkable entrepreneurs who they were really persistent in terms of their engagement and pushing the envelope to make a difference in this globe. So the first one is Red Sea Farms. This is Mark Tester. He's a professor in plant science at the university, and he got amazing research into that space. So they established Red Sea Farms, which is basically they developed a sustainable solution for greenhouses to maintain the temperature within those greenhouses using salt water. Yes, it's salt water, you heard it right. It's not only that, they use it even for irrigation. So what they've done, they've developed like a real sustainable system that they are scaling up now at KAUST, and they already expanded here in Riyadh, and they can retrofit existing greenhouses to use the technology into the current players into the market. And what's happening today is that they're supplying the Riyadh market with 5 tons of cherry tomato to the local market every week. And now they already expanded in UAE, and they had a great deal with Salal. And also, recently, they announced their expansion into the US, in Arizona State, namely, where they wanted to expand into those markets, and they raised capital from those markets, where we can import the technology and deploy it elsewhere. Who would imagine in 10 years you would be kind of harvesting high-quality, premium cherry tomatoes from the shores of the Red Sea? The other story that we wanted to share with you is basically, they're telling me time is out. Cura, they provided telehealth medicine for the different players moving forward. They started in 2016, and they're really keen to move things forward. It was really difficult for them, and investors and players were asking or questioning their legitimacy. But they were persistent on building the supply side and moving forward with it. Today, they provided more than 2 million consultations. They have more than 10,000 physicians on their platforms, and they signed up the insurance companies on board. So here is the portfolio of the companies that we do have here with us today at LEAP. I would recommend that you talk to them and explore the amazing, remarkable entrepreneurs and their pursuit of making a change, including the recently soft-landed startups who are really keen to move into the country and explore the opportunity. And they were kind of landed recently in the last 2 weeks. And this was part of the Destination Deep Tech program, where we're attracting deep tech startups to attract into the local market and help them to leverage the brain power, the talent pool, and the infrastructure that we do have at KAUST, and help them to move into that journey. And that was done, of course, in partnership with Ministry of Investment and TNW in Europe. And we're really looking forward to expand this further and move forward with it. So to wrap up, we're really on an endeavor to build a sustainable solutions for the future that we live in. And we're always on the lookout for different partners to work with. Because we truly believe entrepreneurship is a team sport, that we need to work with different players to scale, support, and complement all the activities that are happening, and leverage the high-quality research that is coming out from the institution and the network that we got across the globe. And we're looking forward to work with those partners on that endeavor and believe in the leap that we can create in building sustainable solutions for the future. And thank you very much.